But you're going live on 2 different computers. You're live. See? It was my computer. So now what?
Jesus Christ.
So get off that one. Did you go live on this MacBook before?
Mm-hmm.
Were you on Chrome or were you on Safari?
Yeah.
You were on Chrome.
I think so. We got some technical difficulties. I see y'all crossing over. Forgive me.
Can you please
I'm shutting everything down.
edit the thumbnail later?
Shutting everything down. And thank y'all for joining once again. Like the live on the way in. Do me that solid. Like the live on the way in. If you're really feeling bad, share that thing. Share that one time for your boy. Y'all gonna hear the dog going crazy in the background. I'm gonna give a disclaimer for that. She don't like being by herself, and with both of us here together, she's gonna be bugging us. So if y'all hear some whining,
and I just got home.
So. Y'all hear some whining, that's Tegan going crazy. So let me know. I know where most of y'all from, but let me know where y'all tuning in from. Put y'all cities, put y'all states in the chat. Got Davey in the building. What up, Davey? Florida, I already know you over there with that heat. Danny, how you doing? Justin, what up? You was first. Justin was the first one waiting. Alexander. Got Houston.
What's in Texas?
Odessa, Myra, how you doing? Albany, New York. You out there, Mark. You out there. Brad in the building. I see you. Super Brad. Tell Brody I said what up. Thank everybody for tuning in. I just want to make sure that we get a couple people in here before I start answering any questions. Make sure y'all ask some really good questions. All right. I'm looking forward to the difficult, tough to answer questions. Any questions you might have for Cara, feel free to ask. We'll answer whatever we feel like is necessary. There goes Tegan wilding out again.
This was not going to work very well.
Matt, what's up, man? Matt in the building. BK vending and flipping. Yeah, you hear that squeaking, right, Davey? She's tweaking already.
Another toy.
Has to be, because like I said, she don't like being by herself. And whenever she's not getting attention, she starts wilding out. And she's attached to Cara. She's attached to her. Like, she can't even go to the bathroom by herself without her bugging her. It's crazy. Myra says, how is mama? How you doing, mama? Jeez Louise. Mario, what up, boy? The MP show in the building. The MP show. I just wanted to get on here. Like I said, I just wanted to get on here for y'all can fire off some questions. I left a comment on the video where we explained and let y'all know that we were expecting, and I asked if anybody had any other questions for Cara, because that video was really short and I didn't get a chance to really go in how I wanted to go in. I was just thirsty to put the announcement out. So that's why that video was so short. So I figured we'd do a live stream. So make sure y'all ask any questions you might have. Dave, you say your dog is right there too? Jeez. Mark, what's good, bro? Mercado Nation in the building. All the way from it. Mark, you over there on the East Coast. Mario says if Q can make it happen, you can make it happen. That's a fact. That's very, very factual.
I like that last question.
Justin, you made an investment. That's what I'm talking about.
I already asked some questions with baby.
All right, so we're 5 minutes in already. I don't want to waste too much time. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate everybody taking the time out of their busy schedules. This one is super busy. She came in, she ran in the house
10
answering
minutes ago.
emails from work. Like she is blessing all of us right now by being on this live stream because she ain't got time for none of this. she ain't got time for this. So I'm gonna be completely honest as always. Hey Tay, Coach Tay in the building. Let me know if you saw the first question.
I
can relax.
told you I already
Wi-Fi
saw them. How is Mama? Mama's doing okay. She's or I am. Am I supposed to talk in third person? I'm doing okay. We have our 37-week doctor's appointment tomorrow morning.
We do, and
I
just remembered that.
Yeah, 37 going on 38 weeks. It'll be 38 weeks on Saturday. But so far so good. Everything's been smooth. So I just hope everything else goes smooth.
She's a trooper.
I work.
Just for the record, she's a super trooper. She works probably more than I do, honestly. Right now, she's working way more than I do. Almost 7 days, 6 days a week. On top of making sure your boy is good, on top of making sure the dog is good, on top of making sure that her and the baby is good. So she's just going and she's holding up somehow. Like she's holding up. I'm helping her stay sane, but if you've ever been pregnant, which some of you have, y'all know how difficult it can be.
That's one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you started buying diapers? I did. I bought a pack of newborn diapers from Sam's Club. I think it was like $108 for $13.78. So that was like the cheapest one that I found. But I also have been trying to read reviews because some are good and some are bad. I think he should do a video on that because I guess I've taken the lead more on it than he has. Just like looking at prices. We also bought cloth diapers because I was interested in it for like environmental reasons and money reasons. But
I was trying to go cloth diapers all the way.
He wanted them like throughout the week.
I'm willing to clean all that and wash all that, but
no.
It's still, once I thought about it, I'm like, that's kind of sick. You could be out and about and you have to change a
and then you'd have to put them in a bag and stuff. So, I mean, I'm all about it if you're like at home and you're able to like wash them more readily, but I don't want like dirty cloth diapers. Or if your kid starts getting on a schedule, you know when they are going to do their number 2, so you can kind of avoid it. That's just my opinion. But I've worked on toileting for small children for a long time.
Fun fact here, this was pretty interesting. The whole registry thing was pretty successful as far as what we got at the baby shower. But she's annoying. She's being really annoying right now. But we didn't get not one diaper. One diaper. Nobody brought diapers. Nobody bought wipes.
No, people bought wipes.
They bought wipes?
Yeah.
Tegan, why do you have to go under our
They bought wipes, but we got a lot of our major items, which is good.
We got all the big stuff at the baby shower, which was a plus, but we did get a whole lot of gift cards. A lot of gift cards, so we can buy all the diapers we want with the gift cards that we got.
We got a lot of gift cards. All right.
So I'm excited about that.
Was she scared when you quit your job?
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I told them to bring the fire. I told them to bring the best questions they got. They're bringing them.
When he quit, did you know?
Yeah,
they do. Okay. When you first quit your first job, no, I wasn't scared. But like the second one, since his start date at his new job is like right when we're supposed to have the baby, basically, I was worried about that.
That either.
What?
I got another video coming for y'all as far as my employment goes, but she'll tell you about what happened once I quit my job of 9 years. The one I made the video about.
Yeah.
Were you scared?
No, that one, no. You needed to because you were just unhappy. So it was one of those things where I'm like, if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. And, just, and I know Q is a very, oh gosh, pregnancy brain. And what's the word I'm looking for? Not humble, but amicable.
I'll land on my feet no matter what.
Yeah, like
I'll land on my feet.
That,
I always
and
land on my
you're
feet.
just courteous and a good employee. So I knew it wasn't anything that you would do on bad terms. So that it would be like.
But I had to get out of there. Y'all know that I've made multiple videos, and she had to hear it more than y'all did.
I didn't hear it. I saw it.
She's seen it. She's seen it. I was going through it. Coming home, sad, depressed, blue, complaining, and I'm not even a complainer, as y'all know. But I would come home and dread going to work, and she'd have to hear all of it. And I'm glad she is here to hear that, because if you don't talk about that type of stuff, you'll literally go insane. Like, you'll go insane and lose your mind.
Yeah. And you gotta somewhat like what you're doing. I mean, I love what I do, so I'm pretty big on liking what you do, not just doing stuff for just a paycheck.
That's what I was doing.
What are some adjustments that you will be doing to budget with the baby on its way? What have we already been doing? You've kind of been the big saver.
Great question, Mario. That's been one of my things since February when we found out. Excuse me. The moment we found out back in February,
March,
I instantly got on it. And like, when I say the two P's are a real thing if you're a parent or a father, I would say, but provide and protect. That I instantly went into provide and protect mode. Once we found out, first I was super excited, but then I was like, a switch went off in my brain, and I just started turning up. I started going crazy, like, okay, I gotta save this, I gotta save that, I gotta save this, I gotta pick up this overtime, I gotta do this, I gotta do this side job. And I'm still going ham. I'm still saving as much as I can, because we only have a few more weeks, but it's still never enough time, I feel like, to save. You're going to be spending for the rest of your life. You're going to be spending on your kid for the rest of your life. So
I feel like mostly he's done a lot of the saving for maternity leave. I've been kind of paying off the medical side of things, because that gets costly. So that's been kind of like how we've, I guess, split it.
Yeah, and then she got the fire health. Like, I don't have health insurance anymore. Once I quit my job, I lost all my benefits. I lost health insurance. I lost dental. I lost vision. Y'all know I had a 401k. I still have that, but I lost all my benefits. And now, as far as the medical goes, Kara's taking care of all of that. She's taking care of all of that. We got a real good doctor. We have one of the top rated hospitals that we're going to, and it's not cheap, to say the least, but the insurance definitely helps with that.
Yeah.
The insurance helps a lot, actually.
Insurance, yeah. I mean, it's still costly to have a baby in America. I'll tell you that much.
Too costly.
How did Parker Jean get her name? Do you want to tell it, or me?
Whose question is that?
That is, sorry, I'm not looking at the people. Davy,
that's a great question. And I also want to add, it was some people who couldn't make it to the live stream that they said they had questions. I told people if they had any questions that couldn't make it, that I would answer them live. So, Davy, you had the same question as my girl Jessica over at Dollar Blazing. If y'all know Dollar Blazing, she asked the same thing. And the name Parker Jean is pretty much hereditary, and I'll break that down. Parker is my mom's maiden name. So my mom and everybody on her side of the family has the last name Parker. So I took a little piece of my mom, who's passed away. She passed away when I was 16. Took her last name and added
my mom's middle name.
So Parker Jean, my mom's last name, her mom's middle name, and then my last name. So that was pretty easy. We came up with that name years ago, actually, before we were even considering having kids or none of that. We were really fresh, and we were just laying up one night, pillow talking, and we were talking about it. Didn't really come up with a solid boy's name, because we both just
Like the girl name.
Knew we wanted a girl, and the girl name was just super easy to come up with. So divine intervention. That's what I call it.
She had that name before she was born.
Prophet.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Is the baby going to be a Bears fan, or are you going to give her a break from Brad?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Even with the season they haven't, she's going to be a Bears fan.
Lifelong Bears fan. I'm pretty sure my first Bears game, I was 3 months old. So I'm pretty sure she's going to be a Bears fan. If it was in the middle of winter, we would take her to a Bears game. So next year. Definitely a Bears fan. Don't go overboard of buying diapers. I ended up giving.
Shout out to all the moms in the chat. Shout out to all of the mothers over there. Y'all are the. I couldn't be a mom. I couldn't even carry a baby unless I was a seahorse. But that's neither here nor there. Shout out to all the moms, man.
I was on cloud 9 when I hit 37 weeks. It's a waiting game now. I mean, I think I was on cloud 9 after I hit 18 weeks because that's when I stopped throwing up. Prayers to everyone that's healthy. What breed is your dog? Here's like she sounds like a husky. She is a border collie, so she's very active, and I've been throwing the ball under the table.
I made a complete video out of her.
Yeah.
I turned her into a video because of her. She's wild, man. She's really wild, and she's very coachable. Super coachable
she's
as well.
Very smart, and I have a preference for border collies because of that, because they're easy to train, and I like training things. I mean, I study human behavior and behavior in general, so I taught her math facts and all that fun stuff. So she's great. Where did we leave off? This is 37
I got you. So I'm gonna check some of these questions, some of these comments, but I know somebody may ask it, or somebody probably asked it already, but before we go further, babe, tell them what you do for a living, because I left that out of the video. Oh. What do you do for work? What's your field of study?
I am a board certified behavior analyst. So I study behaviors in humans, and I've studied behaviors in animals as well, since it is applicable to both. I primarily work with kids with autism. So we do what is called applied behavior analysis. And I could talk about it all day. I love what I do. Yeah, and currently I am the lead BCBA at a clinic here in the city. And I started the whole program from start. So pretty busy, wear multiple hats at the center, but that's what I do.
In a nutshell, she's a beast. She's a savage, man. When I say this girl, I watched her whole.
You did see a lot of my career.
I watched a lot of like her getting her master's and her finishing up school and continual education and going from one job to the job she have now, and falling asleep in books, studying to like 2-3 in the morning, like dropping her off at her boards, passing all of her exams and with flying colors, helping her study. I seen the whole process, and I applaud her every single day. Like, who does that? And the fact that she's studious and loves to study, that makes it even better. And she loves what she does for work. So I tell her, like, you're part of that maybe 1 to 5% of people who actually love what they do for a living. And that's a blessing. So I already know that the baby is going to be blessed just off that. Not the fact that she even just... She studies behaviors, and she used some of her tricks on me even.
Oh, totally. 100%. Yes,
she's a lot of, man.
Without you even knowing it.
Yeah.
So reinforcement is a wonderful thing, people. I like all the comments about the diaper stuff. I was reading that. That was super helpful.
Thanksgiving baby, Brad said. Hell yeah, I'm a Thanksgiving baby. My birthday lands on Thanksgiving sometimes. Like, my birthday is November 27th. The baby is due November 16th. So I'm kind of hoping she crosses over into Sagittarius land so we can. I
don't really want her to stay in longer than she needs.
We can have that connection.
It might be helpful for work, but she needs probably to get up. Our youngest.
Brad has got to get that super chat for the diaper fund. How do you even get super chat?
What's super chat?
Do I even qualify for super chat? What up, Tom? Passive Tom in the building. Passive income Tom. Welcome, man. Thank you for joining.
I like that one.
Mari said, do you have washer and dryer? We definitely do.
So the cloth diapers we have a washer dryer in the unit. So that would be the only way I would consider cloth diapers at all.
And your daughter got soaked.
Yes, the covers that go over the cloth diapers, I do know about those as well, or else sometimes they leak through. I've potty trained a lot of kids in my lifetime.
Jeez. Got Brina in the building. What up, Brina? Brina with the twist all the way from New York. Brina from New York. I love that. I love that accent. I'm not even going to hold you. Cheese in the building. What up, bro? Brother Tamaris. Feel me? Brina, we about to have a daughter. You feel me? Have a whole child. I ain't even going to know what to do. I'm going to be needing some of y'all help for real. Davey, Kara, are you in your nesting phase yet?
I would say there's like 2 nesting phases for me because I fluctuate between the home one where like I'm trying to get all the stuff organized and then the work one where I'm trying to like get all my cases and like my clients organized and that kind of stuff. So I kind of go back and forth between the 2. I call them like work nesting and like home nesting. I don't know. Some days I'm more work nesting, other days I'm more home nesting. Is what I've noticed.
Gotcha. Nesting. Myra says that will change with wedding bells.
There's too much money to be spent on a baby right now.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm not the one to want like a big wedding or anything.
Like, yeah, Myra, you asked me that before. Will there be wedding bells? And do I want to be married? Yes. Do we want to have a wedding?
Not really.
I don't think so. Honestly, we talked about it before, and it used to be a thing. A wedding used to be an idea, but unless you can come up with something that won't cost an arm and a leg, I'm with it. So I'm really just for the get hitched and let's take it abroad and go celebrate. We can have the
average wedding in Chicago is like $100K or something crazy.
Yeah,
like that.
we went to my brother's wedding last year, and he spent a little over $50K. So I'm not trying to spend that.
No,
not on a wedding for one day.
Our baby shower was like a wedding, and that was good enough.
Myra says a boy can use that name too. Very true. Parker is asexual, and I like that a lot. I like we both like the girls' names that could be guys' names too, or both ways. Like your Aubreys and your Parkers.
You can always exchange unopened boxes for different size diapers. I did hear that they'll take it back even without receipts and let you like just exchange.
That's news to me.
Yeah,
that's news to me.
That.
Jeez.
I taught my dog to open doors and not regret it. Tegan knows how to open my mom's door because she loves going to my mom because my mom has a huge backyard. So she knows how to open that door because it's like a latch one. Mm-hmm. So if it's unlocked and she's gotten out before and she doesn't run away, but she'll run down the yard and hide and just wait for somebody to throw the ball for her. So
Mara says Border Collies are smart. 60 Minutes had a segment on Border Collies. It was probably the one with the guy, Chaser, mm-hmm. with the guy who trained his Border Collie to it was
like 200 items or like toys.
1,000. It was a lot of, he discriminated between a lot of toys. He trained that dog.
I mean, he knew more word, like just as many words as a 2-year-old like
the
person.
Bemused in the building. Thank y'all for tuning in. That is a really cool job. She's got a fire job. I took a tour through the clinic the other day, and some of the stuff, like, babe, let them know what you do with these kids, man. Like, she mentioned she pretty much helps these kids become independent if possible. Yes. And you work with starting at age 3 through.
I've worked with ages, 2 to 20. My oldest was like 21, 22. It depends on so if you know anything about autism spectrum disorder, it's a spectrum. So you can have a kiddo who is completely non-vocal or non-verbal. They have no communication skills. And then you can have a kiddo who's kind of what they used to call Asperger's, a little bit more higher functioning, can communicate relatively well, but lacks, some of those more social cues that are missing. And I've worked with all different ranges. I've worked with all different kids. It just depends on the kiddo that you're working with and what kind of plan is put in place. So I've worked with kiddos that have had no language, and we've shaped their behavior to where they're speaking pretty full sentences. I've worked with kiddos that just weren't vocal, and we use augmentative devices or speech-generated devices to get them where they need to be. I've worked with older kids on vocational skills, and I've worked on social skills programs and perspective taking. I've worked with super extreme maladaptive behaviors, so kids that will harm themselves or are physically aggressive. Yeah, so lots of things that I've worked with.
Yeah, the one story that kills me, the fact, it don't kill me, but it makes me it tug at my heartstrings, the fact that she could take a kid from being nonverbal, not being able to talk, and to helping them form full sentences like that. That's beyond me. That is beyond me.
Yeah, and it's not just me as a CBA. I come up with the programming, I do the assessments, and underneath us we have what are called registered behavior technicians that do a lot of the one-on-one work. So shout out to like all the behavior technicians out there that work their butt off, and they're working like 40 hours a week with these kids. I just have the joy of doing the parent training and doing some of that back work too and training them, which I guess it has its pros and cons. I'm not as direct with the kids, but I do a lot of different things behind the scenes. But I was a behavior technician before I became a BCBA, which makes you a better BCBA, personally.
Yeah, she's been in the field for a while.
8 years now.
8 years, so
yeah.
Seasoned vet right here. Seasoned vet. Don't read that. I don't have $600 for nobody but Parker, whoever that is. I'm not gonna say his name. But Davey, you say you had 3 people. You had a wedding party of 3. That is a very small wedding. Very, very small. Did you have a reception after that? And then there were 2 of them. Wait, are you including yourself in the? Are you including
the judge
yourself?
And the bride and the groom
in the party of 3? You and your husband. That's nice. No debt but love. What up, Drew? Thank you for joining. Myra said that was just slang for marriage. Great word. It takes patience, passion, and compassion. That's a fact. That is a fact. No reception. That's the main thing for me.
Me, husband, and pastor.
That's the main thing for me. But yeah. So with this whole job thing, we'll get back to that really quick. With this whole job transfer thing, as y'all know, well, y'all knew I was part-time at Menards, and when I left the dealership, I went full-time at Menards, and that's the only job I've been having. So right now I'm working full-time at Menards. I was going to make a video about it, but y'all already know I work there. And if you've been following, I just don't feel the need to brush up back on it, but it's been going well. I switched departments, and now I'm working in an department where you not only get a base pay, but you get commissions. And I've been selling like crazy. Your boy's been slinging. I'm working in a millwork department. So I'm selling doors and siding and crown molding and windows and all of that fun stuff. And I'm meeting a lot of contractors. So I'm trying to just be a little more personable with these contractors that come in here, because it might be beneficial in the future. I see these people every single day, and as long as I'm knowledgeable and able to assist them in the proper management, that's more income for me. That's more income for my family, and it just leaves a good impression on the company as a whole, because if you making money for them, they're gonna love you no matter what. So that's what I've been trying to do for both of us. Drew, how that baby doing, man? How your baby girl doing? Like I saw that video this morning. I was sorry. I felt my heart was just fluttering because Drew is no doubt beloved down here. His daughter took a spill the other day and she broke her arm.
Poor baby.
She broke her arm and she's doing a lot better now. But what's the time frame on that healing process? Me, husband, and pastor. Myra said, I married at the JP once, maybe twice. Myra, what's the JP? What's the JP? Oh, okay. Yeah, get a side job helping the contractor too. If possible. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a whole lot. Like a lot of this stuff that I've been picking up on is just more tools for my tool belt. I have a brother who owns a construction company. He's actually a contractor too, carpenter maybe, if you want to call it that. But he puts me on game, and that might be something to possibly send some leads his way, get his business going a little more. And plus, whenever I take that dive into real estate, that'll be even more connections whenever I'm trying to renovate something. So always trying to keep my eyes open for opportunity, man. You never know where it's gonna come from. You never know who's gonna bless you next or none of that. And y'all been blessing me. Y'all been blessing me a whole lot. Do you think you'll ever go back to school?
Is that for him or me?
Danny, who's that question for? Me or Kara? Yeah, I'll answer that for me. I don't plan on going back to school.
Either of you.
Not to a traditional college, not to a traditional school. If I do go back to school, it'll be either something trade or something that I know I will immediately get like licensed and get to making some money. I don't have the time or the money for that when I know how many ways you can make extra
What
money.
if a company helps you pay for it?
We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
The best way to do it. I want to go back, but I want my PhD, so I don't know. You already know that, but
you want to?
Yeah, I do, because I want to be like teaching eventually. I just like the idea of retiring and being able to like everything's going online. I would love to just be on a beach, retired, and still like teaching courses, and like making a little extra money, because they say after you retire, like you have to keep your brain active and things like that. So if I'm still able to do something like that, I think that'd be awesome. You can teach though certain things, I think, with a master's in my field a little bit. It's rare, but yeah, I would need a PhD. So I'll go back. She's
a teacher at the core. When it all boils down, she's a teacher. She's making an actual change, like on the world. I try to. I don't know if that's just me and my I feel like my mind is overly open sometimes to the point where people look at me like, what are you even talking about? But she's making a positive impact on the world, because all these kids, she's changing their lives, and who knows what these kids are going to go out there and do in the future. So they are the future technically, and she has her hand in that.
And in my field, you have to be like a lifetime long learner, just because it's all evidence-based, and there's a lot of new research that comes out.
Continuing education.
Yeah, I have to do continuing education credits and things like that. So that's like a never-ending thing for me. I also kind of like I like the field of research too, so I would love to get back in that.
Tron TV says, any advice on starting YouTube? Turn your camera on, my guy or my girl. Turn your camera on and film yourself. Record yourself. That's literally how I started. I was at my job in the shower. And I did this. I started filming myself.
Not taking a shower though, right?
Not taking a shower, clearly, but I was sitting in the shower, and I just turned the camera on and recorded my very first video, which is still on my channel, which is 57 seconds. And that was it. No edits, no nothing. Just me talking to the camera. And that was it. Uploaded it and just went from there. Whether the feedback was good or bad, I just did it for me. If it's something you really want to do, and it's something as simple as YouTube, I wouldn't hesitate on that. Trial and error. I'm still perfecting my YouTube skills. I've came a long way in a short time, but it's something you just got to get messy with. You got to get your hands dirty. You have to do research, and it becomes fun after a while. You can gamify it, so to speak. Tron TV also says,
What made you start?
What made me start? Gary V. Gary V. I think I said it in my last live, but Gary Vaynerchuk is the super entrepreneur with the high pitched voice who you can't stand. She can't stand Gary
I
V's
can't.
voice.
No, it's just his voice. Like he plays this stuff at like 6 a.m. and I'm like in bed, and then all of a sudden I hear like motivational videos and this guy's voice. I'm like, oh my god, Q! It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Gary V. He talk fast. He got that high pitched voice. He's fucking.
He talks about good things.
He's blunt. He's blunt. If you know him, he's right in your face with the stuff he's talking, and everybody can't take that. But like I said, that's the easiest way for me to learn. Tough love. But Gary V, he said, don't create, document, tell your story. Everybody has a story to tell, and if you share it from your perspective, it'll be nothing to build a fan base or to connect with people, because like I said, you never know what people are going through. You never know what people have gone through. And you also never know who's going to resonate with you at the end of the day. Like I know for a fact I have a very similar but unique story. Like I said, we're all in debt for the most part. We all want to make more money. We all want to save more money. We all want to better our lives, and that's me at the core. But not all of us are black. Not all of us are young. Not all of us lives in Chicago. So that's my uniqueness, and I had to share that. Like if I kept that to myself, I'd be doing a disservice. So that's why I started. That's what made me start. Great question. Great question, by the way. I hope I bodied that. I felt like I bodied that. Did I kill that response? I don't know what we got. What we got next? Thank y'all for joining too. I'm super grateful. Super grateful. Like it up on the way in. Y'all could be doing anything else in the world, and y'all sitting here watching us. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's where you're at.
Yeah.
If you want to get every single time.
Danny says, my boyfriend says I'd be a good therapist. I said, hell no.
Takes a lot of patience. And honestly, I don't even think patience is the number one thing, because I don't consider myself a very patient person. Inside of work, I am, obviously with the kids, but outside of work, I'm probably less patient than he is, like at home and stuff. But I think innovation makes a therapist. Creativity and innovation, because when you're working with the kids that I work with, you gotta think on your toes. You gotta come up with something else, and you gotta be able to be creative. That's what makes a good therapist.
Very, very true. Davey, you said what's on my fall book list?
Chicka chicka boom boom and
what's on your fall book list?
Articles and research and acceptance and commitment therapy and work related things.
I have digital minimalism on my book list. I heard really good things about that. I want to check out digital minimalism, and I also want to check out, it's a book called The Latte Factor by David Bach, which is, I can't even explain it in detail, but he's basically talking about, you know how people say in order to save money, you should cut back on your expenses, and people always get frustrated with the person who goes to Starbucks every morning, and they say, okay, well, if you stop going to Starbucks so much, maybe it brings you joy, why cut it out? And instead of cutting out your lattes, pretty much increase your income and find ways to make money and find ways to save in other aspects. So I want to really dive into the latte factor and digital minimalism. Digital minimalism.
You still need to read Nudge, though.
Yeah, I do.
There's a whole field of behavioral economics, which is like one of the coolest things, in my personal opinion. Nudge by Richard Thatcher, right? Yeah. It's a great book, and it talks about money and financing and things like that, and just how you can actually like change people's nudge little small behaviors, environmental manipulations to actually, be more successful with like saving money. So
that's the same. I think it's along the lines
field.
as along the same lines as how to win friends and influence people. That was the latest read for me. And I love that book.
Here's another
but
one.
I do that anyway. Like the stuff they suggested in that book, I've been doing that my whole life. So I didn't really learn nothing new.
That one, well,
Davey says, I live on a beach. Myra says, Dave Ramsey is a proponent of trade schools. Yep. That's a trade schools is where it's at, man. The traditional route, unless you can really get there on a discount.
Daler, sorry.
And you going for the right thing. That's the only way it's worth it, in my opinion. I went to a trade school myself. You can move down here and teach at UFW. Vanessa says, you've got some awesome goals, Kara.
Thanks.
She does. Davey says, I need to edit. Davey, you go edit that video, and I want to watch it when you're done editing and upload that thing. I tried to binge record since I can't talk well for several days after my test, but I had to edit and upload those few I did. Yeah, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I've been firing off videos. Like I've been dropping videos like every 2 days because I batch recorded for the first time in a while. I never batch record. I record usually one video a day, chop it up and release it whenever, but I'm trying to turn up. I'm trying to get my watch hours in so I can get monetized. And I'm also trying to make sure that I keep consistent. I want to finish the year strong and come into 2020 on a high note. Davey says, blunt I can handle. Myra, you says earbuds, Q?
They're earbuds.
Did you mean
buds?
Did you mean earbuds?
You probably would sound clearer if you had like a closer microphone or something. Sometimes it helps with the sound.
I meant to ask that. Can everybody hear us okay? Because we definitely don't have no external mic. We're live off the MacBook. If we need to speak up, let us know if y'all can hear us okay. 45 minutes later.
Hopefully you've been hearing us.
Written blogs. Good for that too. Yep. Vanessa with the heat. I've been waiting for it. Vanessa, aspiring to be debt free. If you haven't, make sure y'all go subscribe to her. That's another one that's trying to get out of debt that has multiple side hustles. Vanessa, she makes way more money than, and her side hustles are unique too. She's sharing them on IG. She need to put some more videos out. Aspiring to be debt free says, why did you wait so long to share baby's news on YT? I wanted to make it spicy. Y'all know I like to make everything spicy, man. And this was honestly the first social media platform that we even really shared this news on. Like,
yeah,
I'm not a big fan of Facebook. I use Facebook. I'm on there just to check in on a fam every now and again, but a lot of social media can be toxic. I've let social media get to me before in the past. So I go on hiatuses every now and again. If ever I feel like social media is too overwhelming for me, I jump off of there, because soon as you see something, or y'all all got Facebook, y'all know what people be on Facebook. I don't want to be a part of that, so I don't stay on there. So I didn't share it there. I'm not on IG as much, so I didn't share it there. And I don't have Twitter. I just have YouTube. So I waited because I'm all about anticipation. I know the personal finance space, you can only talk about so many things. And lastly, I just wanted to I wanted to show this. Oh. This is what I wanted to show. Like,
you're not going to be able to show anything.
I wanted to show that big old baby belly, round and that's what I waited for. So as long as it was round and rubbable, I just wanted to make sure y'all saw that. Jeez, you're getting hit up.
Me?
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta make sure my computer doesn't die. Since I'm also IT in this household.
But yeah, I was gonna again in the cut. Taken. Yeah, life was moving fast. Like I said, as soon as I got the news that she was pregnant, I just went instantly into provide and protect mode. And on top of that, just YouTube and sleep and quality time. I really wasn't thinking about it like that for real. It wasn't until maybe halfway through the 4-month, 5-month mark where I was just like, man, I want to make a video sharing the news. I mean, I would have let y'all know regardless that I was becoming a parent, but I don't know. I just wanted to make sure everybody was cool with it. Kara was fine with it. She gave me the green light for me to share it, and there you go. It's not up to me just to share stuff. Yes, audio is fine. Phase, thank you. If this phase that I'm thinking about, what up? Welcome to the stream. Make sure you like it. Danny says I just subbed to Vanessa. Thank you. Everybody else go sub to Vanessa. I was her very first sub. I want to say that she was hesitant to start a YouTube channel. Vanessa was on IG documenting her debt-free journey, and we found each other on IG, and she saw my videos, and she asked me for a little advice, and she was thinking about starting YouTube, but she never did. And I told her, like, stop playing. Stop playing. Like, what are you waiting for? Jump on YouTube and document it. You'll be glad you did. And I feel like what do you call it, a catalyst for her starting her channel. And she's the same way. She's not the most nobody's really camera ready, honestly. Everybody's naturally camera shy. I feel like some people might have it, but most of us don't. You jump on YouTube where you see people when they on Snapchat. I do have a Snapchat, but I barely use it. When people get the phone out and get to putting the camera in your face, you get to doing weird stuff. You're doing stuff outside your character because it's just that anxiety. It's like you don't really know what to do. When somebody put a camera in your face, you instantly just pose and start like getting ready to take a picture. But what if you didn't want to take a picture? Sometimes that camera make you do weird stuff. But I'm glad she started. Vanessa said, I was waiting for someone else to ask. Well, they can ask you. Feel free to ask Vanessa some questions too. Danny says, where is she at? I'm sorry. Thank you, Danny. Drew says, true, Facebook is rough. Snooze is your best friend. Faye says, I agree, Q. No Facebook. Yeah, I cut Facebook off completely for like years, and then I jumped back on there just to check in, and it was like months. It got before we met. Oh. I got on there one time, deleted it, and restarted it, and added all new friends because I felt like, okay, I'm not filling my timeline, so let me just rearrange my timeline because we control what we see as far as what we subscribe to, who we follow, what we like, etc. And years down the line, as I'm transitioning and moving on in my life, I noticed again that I wasn't filling my timeline after I just adjusted it. Like I thought I adjusted it to the point, but it was like, okay, maybe I'm just either elevating too fast or I'm moving in a different direction than everybody who are my friends on Facebook. So I might need to do some more adjusting, honestly. That's the point I'm at right now. Vending heads. Los was good, bro. Los in the building. I like the name change. I like the name change a lot, bro. I like both names, but thank you for joining. Make sure you like that live on the way in. He says, respect your hustle, Q. Wait, you guys are expecting? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know if you saw the belly or not. I don't know if you saw the bump.
You make me stand one more time.
One more time. This is the last time. Look at the
What's that?
bro.
That thing.
Look at the bump though. Lois, we're about 3 weeks or less out, and we're definitely expecting. I'm trying to get on your level. You got all the shorties. You got 3 of them things. We'll see how this first pregnancy goes, and it's up to her whether we have more or not. I want 2 or 3.
2
or 3.
2.
I'll settle for 2, but man, I want a big family. I'm like family oriented. Like family is part of my core. Like family, I'm just a family first type of guy, and I always said whenever it's that time, I want to have a nice sized family to just keep my lineage going. But like I said, it's not up to me. I'm not carrying anything.
You better turn into a seahorse too.
I'm not carrying nothing.
After
She's carrying
18
all that.
weeks of what I experienced, no, thank you.
Is this baby number 1? Yes, sir. This is baby number 1 for both of us, and we're having a little girl. I made a video about it. My why. If you get a chance to check that out, we kind of break a little bit of that down, but baby number 1, and it's a little girl, and we're excited. I'm excited and just trying to stay as calm as possible because I know the day she's delivered, I'm a lose it. I'm
curious how that's gonna go.
I'm a lose it
because usually you're the calm and collective one, and I'm the one that's a little bit more like
this
anxious.
whole pregnancy. I've been provide and protect. All you need your feet rubbed, I got you. All you need an ice pack, I got you. You want to go get some McFlurries?
Yeah,
I got you. So we've been doing the store runs. We've been doing all the stereotypical pregnancy things, but
my cravings haven't been that bad, have they?
Not really. You wanted pickles a lot at one point.
In the beginning.
Yeah. She was craving a lot of pickles and ice cream basically, and froyo and stuff.
Not together. Like froyo, yeah.
Yeah.
Peaches or nectarines. Not nothing weird.
Yeah, but other than that, I've been pretty solid. I've kept it together until like
recently.
Until recently, like until the last month. We got to the 8-month mark, and I can't stay off the phone with my dad. I'm calling my brothers and stuff, and I'm just like, it's getting close. It's getting close, and you can feel it. You can feel it building up. And just because a baby is due on November 16th don't mean she can come any minute. Like she could arrive during this live stream, and then we just got to be prepared.
I felt like when we first found out, you were super excited.
I was.
He was the one that was super excited, like, oh, we're going to have a baby. And then when I found out, I was the one that was kind of panicked, and that I feel like it reversed. And now that like I'm in the later stage and I feel her kick a lot and, got me a little bit more excited about it. Whereas he now is like, oh my gosh, it's almost here. So we like reversed roles.
Yeah, I've been like sporadic.
Yeah.
I just might blurt out, oh my God, are we ready for this? Oh man, Lois, you've been there. All my first time parents been there. Mark, if you're still in the building, you just had your second seed, and I just know that it's doable. I just know that, like I said, we probably putting unnecessary pressure on ourselves, but that's what happens when you're experiencing something for the first time. Davey says, I know I wish I had started too so many years ago when people were encouraging me, but I was just so camera shy. Yeah, that camera is a real thing. That camera's a real thing. And then you just got to get over it. Trial and error. I always go back. Like I said, I go back to my old videos because I was just on there. Like I can be very monotone in general, unless I'm really talking about something that I care about. Then that's when you'll hear the switches and the octaves. But for the most part, I'm so calm and so chill. You might not ever hear me raise my voice for real. But when I'm talking about these finances and money, and I can talk until my throat gets dry, or until people just be like, all right, Q, we get it. You like money. Like, shut up.
Your throat's dry.
It is. My throat's dry now. Davey is in there. I love IG, but I have so many in my tribe on Facebook, so I'm kind of stuck there. Yeah, that's another factor. Like, where did you build your platform? That matters too. I don't even have a platform. Like, I got a lot of family and friends on Facebook, and when I share videos on Facebook, them boys don't get no love. Them videos be dry. They shy. Nobody really look at them, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna stick to YouTube. Like, I put it out there to let people know that this is what I'm doing. If y'all curious and want to know or keep up with me,
To come to YouTube.
come to my YouTube channel because that's where I'm chilling at. I'm not on Facebook. Come to IG. That's where I'm chilling
People
at.
have like 5,000 friends and things like that.
Yeah.
It gets lost in the feed.
Yep.
And
Very, very true. People just add people just to add people. I'll put whoever I feel like I want to see stuff from. And if I really want to see stuff from you, I'll go find your page. Who's Vanessa that we need to follow? Vending Heads, Los, that's aspiring to be debt free. That's my home girl from Nebraska. She was mad at me because I thought she was from Iowa before. And she was like, what would make you think that? But she's from Nebraska and she's getting out of debt. And she's really dope. She makes a lot of money in side hustles, and she actually inspires me because the way she makes her money is super unconventional. Not super unconventional, but like it's with sales, and she does a lot of mystery shopping and she does budgeting. Like, she's super savvy on making money and saving money and getting out of debt in general. So go follow Aspiring to Be Debt Free. My boy Parker, I named my daughter after you. My daughter is named Parker. Thanks for joining the live stream. Make sure you like it up. Make sure you like it up. Let's see the dog. Unique view.
you want to see her?
Tegan, get over here.
Come here, girl. Come here. She's back.
Let's see if she can butt in here.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Come touch. Come on. Come touch. Oh, come here. Come touch. Come touch.
Get up there.
Ready? No. Up. There she is. Come on, hold it. Up. 1, 2, 3. You can hold it longer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up.
She's wild.
Come on. Come here. Up. All right.
She don't care nothing about the camera. She said,
she cares
I
about
want
the ball.
I want the ball. I want the ball. That's it. Avy says, don't call her stereotypical. Uh-oh. Noeline, thank you for joining. She's one of my, man, you've been on it. You've been showing me like super duper support, and I appreciate it. I think you found me through, was it Prepper or I think it was Prepper Princess. Says, oh, hi Q and Cara. I can't believe I caught you both live, but I have only got your voices, but no live footage yet. Interesting. We're definitely live. I had to switch my computer because
To my computer.
I had some technical difficulties. I thought I was on something, but I wasn't. Lo said, bro, that is so awesome. Congrats, you too. My favorite quote that has stayed with me is, a baby feels a part of your heart that you didn't know was empty. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. I'm gonna let you know once I think I feel it already. I didn't even know that part of my heart was empty, but I'm definitely feeling it fill up. I'm definitely feeling it fill up. Parker says, what? Yeah. This is a mom to be, or she's a mom already. I'm calling it. She's a mom already, and we're just excited, patiently waiting for the baby, and we got basically everything we need. I got another fun fact. The job that I quit, I'm gonna put this out here. This is how much my coworkers are.
Yeah, it was really sweet.
The real deal, and I can't thank them enough. I thanked them in the video about because they threw me a farewell party, but they also ordered our stroller and
our car seat,
the stroller and the car seat,
which is
my
expensive.
coworkers from the job that I just quit, that I was there for 9 years, they bought the stroller and the car seat off the registry, and it blew my mind.
Yeah.
We didn't know at first. She was curious, like, which one showed up first?
I guess it's like they both kind of came around the same time, but some of the labels when you like order it off the registry, I don't know why it doesn't say the name of who it came from. So I'm like, who did this come from? And then nobody claimed it at our shower. And then after we have the shower, what you can do on the registries is you can see who bought it for you, which is kind of a cool feature. And then I could see it there. And I was like, oh my gosh, Fields got you.
Yeah, so that
it was a big deal. I thought
that spoke volumes. And then a lot of them reached out to me because I thanked them after telling them, like, I know what y'all did. Like, I seen the name really on the registry, and I know for a fact that it was y'all. Mm-hmm. It wasn't the guy I couldn't stand, even though he did have a hand in it. So I'm just grateful. So they looked out, and y'all know about the rest of that story. Unique View says, do you have any new money hustle ideas? I wouldn't say new, honestly. I'm thinking of some new ones. I don't have any new on hand, any ones that just sent off a light bulb that I started using, but I'm still doing the same thing. The weather won't allow it right now, but if the weather was nice, I'd still be detailing cars. I still do my can collections. I still collect change. I still do the coin out app with the receipts. Still do that, and just looking forward to being monetized soon. So that way YouTube can put some money in my pocket too, man. So I don't have any new ones though. YouTube will be the new side hustle, in all honesty. New Orleans says, I can hear Tegan's toenails. I can hear Tegan's toenails, but can't see her. Yes, Prepper Princess, about your wish for chicks. Yeah, I knew that. I remember that. Yeah, she be doing a lot. She does a lot. Like she's
very energetic.
She has one pace, so everything she does, she goes hard. And on this hardwood floor, you can't get traction. You can't get the traction she needs to move around. Ryan in the building. Ryan, thank you for joining, bro. We've been waiting on you. That is so nice of your coworkers. Vanessa says, yeah, that was super nice. I was blown away. But like I said, I'm grateful. I know some of y'all just got in here. We're just past the hour mark. If y'all have any last questions, we're gonna wrap it up. Eric got work to do, and I myself have to eat. We didn't even eat yet. We gotta have dinner, and I got a video to edit myself. So any last questions? Any questions about the baby? Any finance questions? Any questions you might have? Within reason, like I always say, be respectful, nothing crazy. Any questions, and we'll answer those accordingly.
You gonna pay off my student loan debt?
I will. Well, I'll try to help you pay yours off. Davey said, I'm going to have to bounce, need the rest after my test.
Are you guys prepared for labor?
Have a good night, Davey. Thank you for joining. We're going to hop off here soon anyway. Just getting last questions on. Go rest up, and I'll see you. When you put that video out, I'll check it out. Face it, are you guys prepared for labor? I can't answer that. I can't answer that.
Everyone that keeps asking, like, what's your birth plan? I'm like, the plan is to get her out. I don't know. Yeah. That's kind of my motto. I'm just
like, how do you prepare for that?
I don't know. People ask, like, are you gonna do medication? Are you gonna do an epidural? And I'm like, I'm gonna see how I handle this and go from there. I don't know. I'm a planner and everything else in my life, but like this lately, I haven't been as.
Ryan, Papa Ryan, you say you put the son to bed, man. What you have for dinner? It's all good. Better late than never. But like I said, we've been on here for a minute, and it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. Y'all been asking some decent questions. Noeline, have a good night. Thank you for joining. Wish you could have stayed a little bit longer, ask some more questions, but this won't be the last. This won't be the last live stream, so don't worry about it. Aspiring to be debt free says, "Are you planning to share a video when the baby arrives?" What kind of video? What kind of video? Because I mess with Kara, telling her I'm gonna record the pregnancy, and she'd be like, she'd say, "Nah, don't bring no camera." Like,
no.
So nothing,
No,
nothing
no.
like that. But I mean,
that camera will be smacked out of your hands. I won't.
I don't
lie.
know. I don't know. I might when she's
a baby.
yeah,
maybe,
when she's
know.
tangible, maybe I'll share some pictures or something.
Thank you.
And yeah, but I won't bring the camera in the delivery room. I'm not that crazy.
No.
Oh God. Ryan says, "I got a baby girl coming in January."
Right behind
Oh
us.
man, we gotta set up a play date, bro. I'm having a little girl too, and we're due November 16th, so we're due any minute, and it's crazy, super crazy. Oh my God. Faye says, "Read up breathing techniques." We went to a birthing class. And we also went to a breastfeeding class that was super informative. Breathing is definitely going to be the key, I can imagine. So we'll just see. I'll do what I can to help, make it a smooth transition. But ultimately, I don't know what's going to happen. Ryan says, "My wife watches labor and delivery vlogs nonstop." She's watched a few labor vids, but not too much, unless not too much around me. But I've seen maybe one video.
I think I made you watch one. Either I'm like terrified, or
I didn't even like
not
watching that
horrified,
in
but
health,
terrified.
like in health class when they show you that. I didn't even like watching it then, and now it's like.
What did we watch that was on that? It wasn't on like a major television channel, but it was when we had Comcast. Video. No, we had that Comcast, and they did like the just like the whole process of couples finding out that they were pregnant. Forget what it was called. It was cute. So I watched a lot of that when I first found out I was pregnant, and I would like sob.
Ryan says, "My wife's channel documents her pregnancy."
Yeah,
I thought about that, but I feel like it just wasn't fitting for my channel. I don't have the capacity for a second YouTube right now. I feel like if I was to do something like that, I would want it separate from my debt-free journey. But also, it's definitely something to be documented. Like this is just beautiful. Each week, you want to show her like when the phase of her throwing up, to the phase of her cravings, to the phase of her nesting, to the phase of it's so many phases with pregnancy. But I kept some stuff for me. I took some pictures and some video, but I won't be sharing them.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ryan, your wife's channel is beastie. Her channel super clean, and she's got some good stuff over there, man. Well, the actual birth process is just for you guys. That's a fact, Myra. I'm sorry. I was reading your last name. We got informed trades in here. Daniel showed up. He say, "I'm here. Better late than never. Welcome. Like the stream. Like it up." Any more questions? Taking last questions. Any questions? No matter what it is. Finance or baby? Finance, baby, Q, Cara. She'll answer some questions for y'all if y'all like.
She'll try.
Dan said Q made it happen. Yeah, we made it happen, man. It's 50-50. It's 50-50. Jump off. Oh my God.
All right, can I go?
Yeah. All right, guys. So few more questions. She don't like the word bye. Tegan, when she says bye, she loses it.
School.
She's gonna go eat after
No,
these questions,
yeah.
but
I
Myra,
did. I
said-
worked. Myra said, "Cara, did you work while in school?" I did. So I went to school technically part time. I think it was full time one semester, but I worked a full like 40-hour, even probably even longer than 40 hours a week as a behavior technician, and acquired my supervision experience and was in school for how long was that? 3 years. I think when it was all said and done and I finished my thesis, it was like just about 3 years, a little under.
Yeah, I just know we moved from one apartment to the next.
That's all you remember?
And that process was, well, you had your master's before we left.
No, I still work.
We went from Avondale to Bucktown because you had to go downtown to take that exam. Remember, we were studying on the couch.
Oh yeah, I had finished my thesis at the first apartment. Then we moved, and I was getting ready to take my exam when we were in Bucktown. I took my exam.
Very true.
Yeah. Did your company assist with a scholarship? They did give a stipend, yes. So they gave a $1,500 stipend per year. So certain companies, actually, where I was at when I was working and working towards my certification, it was an overall wonderful experience. And they gave a stipend, and I had a kind of like a BCBA role or like a case manager role without having the certification yet. So that was nice. Gave me a lot of really good experience too. And that's kind of not as common in the field.
Yeah. Jump Off says, sorry, I'm late. Had to deal with high winds and a few errands. No biggie. It was fun. We went to a couple different areas as far as money and life goes, but I could send you the live later. Like this live, once it's done, I will unlist it. I won't leave it in my archives, but it was fun. It was really fun. People asked some really good questions, and I appreciate everybody for showing up for this. The support is real, and Tegan's toenails clicking on the floor is just crazy. Have a good night. All right, Vanessa. Have a good night. Aspiring to be debt free. Myra, everybody, I want to thank y'all for joining. I got a couple new videos on the way. I don't know. This whole pregnancy thing, like I said, once the baby's here, I may take a little break. So if I disappear, like I said before, y'all will know exactly where I'm at. Somewhere being the dead and, just taking care of business. So I appreciate y'all. I really do. Mara says, thank you. Noeline says, can you send me the live? Also will do. Miss Chi-Town, good night and congratulations. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. I'll check y'all in the next one. I'll probably be putting a video out this weekend, but we'll see. If y'all haven't already, go subscribe to Vanessa. Go subscribe to Aspiring to Be Debt Free. All right. She could teach y'all a thing or two. She got the fire side hustles and she's trying to get out of debt like myself. I'll catch y'all in the live one. Cara, any last words?
No.
No?
I'm hungry.
She's hungry. All right, y'all.
Bye. More peace. That's what you do, right?
I guess.
You click it?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I asked you a couple times.
Yeah.
So what's for dinner?